All right, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Struggling Day Trader channel. The name is Hassan, and this channel is about my struggle to become a profitable day trader. Trading live every market open, so you guys can see my entries, exits, my whole struggle and fumble through this whole journey, man. If you want to join me on that journey, hit that like button and subscribe. Right now, I'm going over my trades for the day, which I try to do after every trading session. Kind of helps me keep accountable, and just talking through my trades helps out a lot, man. I really think that's probably one of the most beneficial things of me streaming this channel. Let me close this window. All right. So today, well, I took a break for like 2 weeks. The journey's been all over the place, man. So I need to do an origin story. But anyway, I started out trading small caps, found like great success. Like I was really doing well. And then I started changing without really knowing that I started changing my strategy and what I was doing. And I ended up in trading large caps and with the small cap strategy, and it just I made my way back to small caps, and I'm liking it, but I realized that there was a few things that I had forgotten, and today was like a really good day as far as remembering a lot of things, and just kind of a good step in front of the other. Like, okay, now we're getting closer to where I want to be. Another thing about today, I decided to just trade one share. Every position I took today was one share, and I had a couple good trades. I mean, as you can see, nothing good came about it. But the good thing is that I only paid $3.56 for this education, this learning experience I had today. And that's a damn good price. Because yesterday I paid $100. And that sucked a lot. Especially when you're trying to risk $5 a day and your max loss is 15. That's crazy. Um, but yeah, so I remembered this morning, what was it? This morning, dang, what was that stock? Was it MNPR? It was MNPR. So check out MNPR on the daily. I'm gonna get rid of this PNL because it's kind of irrelevant. So immediately when I saw this, it was gapping up, and all I'm seeing is all of this resistance. Like this is all, or what you would call supply. Um, but I mean, it's this high volume area is really the biggest thing. But I mean, you got this peak, you got this rejection here, which was super major. And I mean, it pretty much rejected in that exact same area. But I was looking at that. I was looking at this really big high volume candle, which is from it's about 680 to 380, 350. You know, which I mean, once it gets traded through, it's kind of, it kind of resets. So really, I mean, the main thing we got is this guy here. And I just kind of disregarded that. I disregarded that. And how do we do on MNPR? What did I do? Okay, this was kind of just an end of the day random trade right here. I actually think I got this was a break even. This was just like I don't know. When I start trading like one share and stuff like that, it's easy to just start taking some randos. But let's start out with my first trade today, which was T9. And the daily on this is cool. Like there's no real high volume areas until you get like over here, and this isn't even really high volume. We're talking about 4 million shares, 3 million shares. So, I mean, it's something, but today this thing did 37 million shares. So, this is nothing, right? Um so yeah, I mean, you really kind of have this really wasn't a too bad of a look. Um Yeah, I mean, really, I would. It's not really much going on until maybe you get up here. Yes, I mean, I don't see anything here. This is not. This is not something I would really consider in play, honestly. Um, but it was gapping up this morning. I think it's just kind of a rando gapper. Um, but the principle, I feel like I've been rambling a long time, haven't really gotten to anywhere yet. But the principle that I really that really hit me today was my guy Jay. He hit me yesterday, and then he came into the chat today, and he was like, "If you're gonna long these things, you got to think of where the shorts are in the most pain, right? Because these small cap stocks, I mean, everybody shorts them, right? They're heavily shorted, and where are those people? Where do they have to exit their trade? Where do they have to buy out of their position at? Right? That's where you want to go long on these things. And I remember that. I was like, wow, I remember I used to always pull up the daily and look for the high volume areas, right? And I'm trying to break, I want to be trading above those high volume areas, not inside of them, right? Because, I mean, look at this. Look at this. We got pre market high up here. And I mean, I'm not going to mark that, but let's go right there, right? So this range is full of buyers and sellers, all kind of price levels filled with buyers and sellers. So when you any position you take inside of this range, you're fighting with people going long, people going short, right? But imagine when you get up here above all of this price action, right? All the people who went short in here, they got to get out because it can get really bad, right? And that's when the squeeze happens, and that's when it's a really advantageous to be long. And kind of the same thing for the downside. Like if you look at this, when will the people who've gone long be like, all right, this is getting dreadful, right? Once you get below all of this price action and you get below, you come back and test, and boom, look, it's down at 365 now. You know, um, so yeah, that is the principle that like, duh, you know. Um, but that being said, this was a 2 hour trade, and I just sat there and looked at it. So I could have gotten 2R on that. Let's go over to QH. So daily on QH, look at this nasty thing, right? So we had first day move, second day move, and now we're underneath all of this from yesterday, and we're underneath the highs of this day. So really, this is not in play at all. There's no way this should have been being played. um, what is this? Yeah, yeah, this is an awful looking chart. This looks like a whole bunch of reverse splits, right? And then it falls back down and reverse split, falls back down, and this it went way down this time, way down to 25 cents, and then I did another one. Jeez, how they gonna pump that thing back? It's already down at $1. I heard about this actually, but yeah, I mean this is what they do. So QH was not in play. QH was not in play, but let's see what I did on it. Yeah, this was a hot mess. I was watching this, looking at it. Okay, here's the opening level right there. HVS kind of stuttering around there, and then it traded up and kind of looked like it was trying to retest. But this type of price action, bro, I just got to stay away from that. First of all, like this is nasty price action. I don't remember looking that nasty when I was trading it, but looking back, it's nasty. But yeah, this was way out of play. There is absolutely no reason to be trading this thing. So yeah, that was stupid. I'm gonna go ahead and take notes on this. Um, where's my handy dandy notebook? All right. So T9 not in play. QH not in play. Very simple. Very simple. BKYI. Let's check out this daily. Okay, so we got this big day, right? Topped out at 315. And then we have this day. So really, I mean, you can this is the highest volume candle. So this is all we got to worry about is this level here, right? And so there's no reason to do anything long wise until you get over there, over that level. But let's see what we did. Um okay. So this isn't terrible. It pops up and then trades back down, comes down here to this little comes down to VWAP. I don't remember what this blue line is here. It looks like the 250 area. And then we get a higher low and it starts uptrending, makes a new high of day, pulls back, nice narrow range candle there. I go ahead and enter, stop under the low here. And I got to 2R. This was a good 2R trade. My problem was I didn't sell to Billy. I was talking about it in the stream, like, all right, we're gonna sell to Billy up here. And it goes up, and I ain't even sell them, man. I let everybody else sell them their shares, and I held on to mine. And then it got this little pullback back to $3 in this narrow range candle. What do? I add. But I did tighten my stop, and I think I lost a penny a share on, well, maybe like 4 cents a share on this one. So almost break even, not a big deal. But yeah, I mean, another trade that I got 2R on, but I just didn't take it out. I'm just having a problem with. I think either it's gonna have to be 2R is just gonna have to be good enough. I know I can get more than 2R if I trade in the right places, though. If I go long in the right places, this was actually quite extended buying up here. So I really shouldn't have had too many expectations. Though I was kind of holding my breath for the squeeze over 315. But you got to sell to Billy. So again, my trading wasn't like absolutely terrible today. So let me T9. Yeah, T9 was a 2R trade. Went 2R. Minus 1R. And then same thing with QH. Right, QH also went 2R. No, QH was trash. I think after I got in, there was no price higher than the one I paid until way later in the day. So QH was trash, choppy. All right, BUK, BKYI, also not in play. Say under resistance. Went 2R. And loss on that one too. Dang. I guess I'll call that one break even. What else? GV. Now GV There was like no volume. I mean, you do have this price action, but there's no volume. Yeah, all of this is under a million shares traded, so not really anything significant as far as resistance. Um, so I think this was okay. I think really I was just kind of late to the game on this one. This would have been a much better place to play this. At this point, it's gone, you know. So that was my bad, just kind of getting in really extended. I mean, it did come down to VWAP here, but um, like look at the five. That thing is just way up. It's kind of ridiculous. One, two, three, four, five. Five green candles in a row. You gotta let that thing cool off, man. At least let it pull back, and then this would have been a cool spot to re-engage. Um, yeah, but I mean, as far as like, besides it being extended, I'm not like terribly upset at this trade right here. Um, maybe at these. So this was kind of like, okay, broke the high, but I mean, clearly it didn't hold. Clearly it didn't hold. And this is way past my 9:30, 10. I guess I can trade to 10:30, so it wasn't like a terrible egregious late trade, but um hmm. I'm trying to think though. The way I'm trying to play it now, it kind of takes VWAP out of the equation. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, it's an interesting experience. Even though I'm switching back to small caps and it's something that I've done previously, I would guess I would say I have more experience with small caps than large caps. That I traded small caps longer than I traded large caps. It's like a big getting used to almost starting over again type feel, kind of, which is I don't know, man. It's really there's really no holy grail at this point. I'm trying to find, the place that suits my trading personality best. But the success at the end of the day is going to come down to being disciplined and trading the rules, you know, no matter what. So it's still going to come back to that. But I definitely have to pay attention to the whole stocks in play thing. I did have some fun with this guy, but what was this thing looking like on the daily? Okay. Highest volume ever. Not bad. This thing opened up kind of crazy. Went straight up there. Yeah, the thing about buying a break like that is that it's already exhausted. It's already exhausted on that move. I did really good selling the Billy here, and then I bought here, which was cool, but I should have sold here instead of trying to add there. It's like you still hoping for that breakout. That's what a lot of this is. Just hoping for that breakout instead of waiting for that prime entry and then selling. Like wherever there's a breakout level, that's actually the sell level. And the breakout is like, oh wow, look, it kept going. Like that's strange. It's not like a normal thing. Hmm. That's interesting. Yeah, so it's a new landscape for me right now, and I'm just trading one share just makes so much sense, especially since I have to figure out how I'm gonna take profit since a lot of these are on short sale restriction, and I can't put a order out there. That's really frustrating. Um, that's really frustrating. It's almost that's why I don't even want to trade them little things. But yeah, I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm not gonna pay egregious amounts of tuition anymore. I'm gonna trade with one share until I start pulling up for these reviews, and I'm just seeing a lot of green consistently. And in my journaling, I'm seeing the data showing that okay, I'm starting to get this thing down. Then we start risking money. Because other than that, man, it just doesn't make sense. Unless you got proof. It's like you, this is a business, right? And you being you are the business and you are the investor. But if you're going to invest in a business, whether you're the business or not, just as an investor, you want proof that, proof of concept that, okay, before I put some money in this, can you prove to me that you know how to make money consistently and you can protect the capital and not blow it and risk too much and lose a lot, you got to prove that to yourself. And the way you prove that is with data, with a history, with a record. And I thought I was there. Was that June or July was my first profitable month, but still have some work to do. Still have some work to do. That was a good sign. That was really nice, but still got work to do, and we gonna do it. My guy Pharaoh came hit me again. I ain't heard this one in a while, but he hit me with the you have no edge. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm still fighting for myself. But anyway, um I'm glad to be back. I'm constantly checking my expectations. You know, I've thought of reducing down to just buying like one share, but one reason I didn't do it is because you don't really get to risk the same amount on each trade. And I like that consistency, but it doesn't really matter if you're just getting one share on a penny stock because I mean the difference in the losses is so minuscule. But really, I just need to work on the risk, doubling the risk. So, if I'm risking 10 cent, I know that I want to make 20 cent, you know, and just roll with it like that. But, the color is going to tell me when the color is going to tell me, that it's going well. So, yeah, so building, I still got my criteria thing here. Cancel. Okay, yeah, here we go. So this is my entry criteria. And I need a watch criteria. Near above resistance. Man, I really like to stay over $5. But we'll see. I don't really have too much data. I think definitely a dollar. I'm not trading anything under a dollar, but I really want like 2 to 10, maybe 5 to 20. But we'll see, man. I'm really this is like all new data right now. It's been such a long time since I traded these. I still don't really know how I feel about it. the I just need to be playing it the right way. Um, I've definitely put myself in positions where I'm long in a spot that's not advantageous or beneficial for a person who's long, and that's when you get slammed. So it's a learning experience, and I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be going through it. It's something I'm passionate about, and I'm dedicated, and just gonna keep chugging away, man. One foot in front of the other. Anyway, sorry for making this such a long video. Um, somebody asked me about trading. I'm gonna start talking. But anyway, man, thanks for hanging out with me. Hit that like button for me, subscribe, and we'll be back tomorrow morning, man. Hoping to close out with some green tomorrow for sure. Anyway, thanks for watching. Peace out.